That is my shit. And
ain't that the only song they had?
First of all, no, it is not. Quit playing games with my heart.
How they go?
I'm not just the same back.
No, I legit don't know how that
Quit playing games with my heart. Quit playing games with my heart. They play it in like every retail store and shit all the time.
Oh,
yes,
that song.
And they did a lot of parody videos off of it too. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I mean, I like a lot of deep tracks, but a lot of people ain't gonna know that, so I ain't just start saying them. But man,
so who was
I'll never break your heart. Oh,
so who was a better group?
We're not having that discussion.
No, I'm seriously want to know who had a better group.
I don't. That's always been a big debate. That's like the white people's Monica and Brandy debate. Is Backstreet Boys are NSYNC? I liked both. To be honest, NSYNC had me jamming a little harder, but Backstreet Boys had hits. So I've always been more Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet.
However, now that I'm older, it's just I love both of them though. I was more invested in Backstreet Boys though. I will say that I was more invested in Backstreet Boys, but NSYNC was the shit.
So if they did a tour together, you would definitely want to go.
I'd be there. I'd make t-shirts. I'd have my little scrunchies and everything.
Scrunchies.
I'll wear a whole ass scrunchie to see them. See all them white boys. Sure will.
So I was thinking.
Oh man, I loved Howie. That was my boyfriend in that group in Backstreet Boys. I liked Howie.
So I was thinking, right?
Brian had the voice.
Like if you went to hell one day, right?
One day? This is like a day trip? Is this like scared straight? What the fuck you mean one day?
Yeah, like scared straight. Like you,
okay.
And then they was gonna torture you with one song.
Oh no.
And you had to dance one song.
I have to dance to it?
The rest of eternity or the rest of your time there. It was either be Cupid Shuffle.
Oh dear God.
Or the Electric Slide. Which one would you want to do? Like the least, like which one would be the most torturous for you?
Which one would I want to do, or which one would be more torture?
Which one would be more torture?
The Cupid Shuffle. Now that I think about it, it would be the Cupid Shuffle because in the Electric Slide they don't really do too much talking. There we go. Here we go. That's the extent of it. But then you got a brand new day. You got Sambo singing in the background. That's the part that really annoys me. That's the part that really annoys me. I hate the Cupid Shuffle.
You go.
I hate the fucking Cupid Shuffle.
He gonna tell you.
Every time niggas go out there, they look like, oh yeah, we finna do this Cupid Shuffle, master. That's how I feel. I just, oh my God, I hate that. I fucking hate that song.
But will you do the wobble?
I'll wobble. Now, I'll wobble it all day.
But is there a difference really though?
Yes. It's different moves.
I mean, yes, of course it's different moves, but you still line it up and you doing the dance.
You lining up, but wobble, you get to at least move your hips, with the... Oh, you know which other one I hate? Which one is that one? 3 hops this time. 3 hops this time. Everybody clap your hands.
Oh.
Which one is that? How low can you go? I hate that one, but when I'm drunk, it kind of slaps.
I mean, don't everything slap when you're drunk?
Not everything. Because the Electric Slide, Cupid Shuffle does not slap when I'm drunk.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something that don't slap at all, right? Mm-hmm. That movie, Knock Knock.
Nigga, fuck that movie. Keanu Reeves should be ashamed of himself. Him and his hips should be ashamed. I didn't know Keanu was packing like that. Wasn't he a little chubby in that? He was a little.
He seemed like he was a little solid.
I don't know if maybe it was for the role or maybe it was the cut of the shirts and stuff. No, he definitely had a pudge.
Let me tell you, like I absolutely like Keanu Reeves, right? But,
I respect him when he,
But I will say, this movie made me realize one thing. Mm-hmm. He's better in movies where he don't talk.
Yeah, he don't need to talk. He's one of those just stand there, look intimidating, look the part, maybe have a couple of sentences that he says, but overall, no, do not. He is strictly there for body language.
And it was, I think, what the hardest part to watch was seeing him not have many emotions. Like he really tried. You could tell he really wanted to do it.
My God. For those of y'all that don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the movie Knock Knock that's on Netflix starring Keanu Reeves. It's about this, without giving away any too much.
Yeah, because we kind of know for giving spoilers at this
about
point.
us. I'll just go ahead and say spoiler alert because hell, I don't know. It's about this guy who's a loving and dedicated husband and father who these two girls show up on like a thunderstorm, rainstorm or whatever, and say that they need help. And then it turns out all this crazy stuff just happens after that. It's very unrealistic. If you have any type of common sense, it's going to piss you off. And you're going to want to turn the movie off multiple times. But then you're going to be like, no, I need to stick this out because this shit has to make sense.
Because I think what make you really think stick it out is the fact you be like, yo, it can't really get much worse. Can it?
It's got to get better. Maybe this is a dream. Maybe they're about to cut away and no, it just completely. I put it right there with that movie. What is that movie we saw? With old boy, and it turned into like really fucking weird at the end.
Oh, you talking about?
Thank you for calling or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was talking about.
But is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
But talking about with them horse people and shit.
Yeah, it was. I put it right there with that. It's just like the shit didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. If I'm wrong, please somebody make it make sense to me because I still don't. Even like going on like different websites and trying to read about the movie,
right?
I still don't understand what.
Nobody knows what the hell they watch.
Keanu is better than that.
I feel like it's one of the movies that he just got into because like he probably owed the studio because of John Wick. But damn, I know he probably like, damn, I really
that was terrible. That was completely terrible. And I was actually embarrassed for him. For that movie.
So, I mean, kind of moving away from this dumb movie. I mean, a lot has kind of happened today, right? I don't know when y'all may hear this, but I don't know if you know who this is. But man, Mo3 got shot and killed today.
My God. And we just talked about, we literally just talked about him last week. And then, because I was on my way home to Waco, to see some family. And then I was like, why's the highway shut down?
Right.
And it was just really, really crazy. Traffic was backed up. And then when I, get to Waco and I was, my niece told me, she was like, yeah, Mo3 got shot on the highway. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I mean, we literally just talked about last week. I mean, I know there's supposedly some video out showing what happened, and me, I don't like watching videos of people actually dying and shit like that. But yeah, shout out to Mo3 and his family, R.I.P. Like that just it's crazy. Mo3, and then earlier this week or last week, Alex Trebek.
Yeah,
that hurt me.
Yeah, that was a little rough, man.
That hurt me because Jeopardy is like my all-time favorite show. Jeopardy made me feel like it made me feel better about knowing just random trivia,
right?
And actually enjoying the shit.
Like you just never really amazed how much random stuff that you just don't even think about is in your head until you watch like Jeopardy
or that anybody's going to ask you at any given moment and you can make money for knowing it. So I haven't really read too much on what they plan on doing with the show. Hopefully I would hate for Jeopardy to end, but hopefully they don't try to revive it with Ricky Gervais or somebody like that.
Or try to jazz it up.
Yeah. Don't try to put some cool hip black person on there. I think they need to just let it go.
No, I think what they'll probably do is do one of the previous winners, probably like Ken Jennings or what's the guy from Austin or whatever. What's Austin? What's his name?
Oh, Austin. No, I feel like about him.
I feel like it's going to come down either them two or what was the other guy, Buzzy or whatever his name was.
Buzz. Yeah.
I think it'll come down to one of them three. So talk to me. What's on your mind to talk about today?
Today, I think we should talk about a topic that a lot of people mention it, but they don't like having those deep discussions about, and that's money. I'm gonna just talk about a few different things, how we can kind of save money, how pretty much tend to your own business, investing in yourself, things like that.
Okay.
So is that all right with you?
Yeah.
You want to talk about money today?
I mean, coming from somebody that he's really bad with money.
What do you mean really bad with it?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, my money be gone before I get it.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of people.
No, like when I get it, it'd be already like in a negative.
It's gone. Wait, you gone like yesterday?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm terrible like paying bills because I don't pay attention to the days a lot of times. So a lot of stuff just be like off.
Well, but the thing is, at least you recognize that. So by you acknowledging it and recognizing it, you can kind of formulate some type of plan to fix it. See, so that I mean that's not necessarily a bad thing. But one question.
Shout out to autopay. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? Auto pay is really the GOAT. Now everybody can't do that, but when you can, or at least try to aspire to get to where all your stuff is on auto pay, because that is one less confirmation you got to keep up with. One less thing you have to worry about. But
Right.
one question that I always get a lot. I don't know about you. You say you're not good with money.
Ain't nobody asked me.
I'm
shit
not
about
saying
money.
I'm the best with money either. So let me make that disclaimer. But I have learned some things along the way. People always ask how can you be smarter with your money? Because there are people that they get paid, they go out to eat, they go get their crab legs, they go to this happy hour, and then they go back to work on Monday and then start the cycle all over again.
You're like, girl, can I borrow like $3 because I need some money to give me something to eat?
$3? What? You not even getting a Focus?
No, because sometimes they just be like, want to go get shit out the machine.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the vending machines at work, because they used to take all my money, and then they install the ones that take credit cards.
Yeah. When they do Apple Pay, nigga.
Yeah, Apple Pay changed the game. But anyways, so what are some ways that you can be smarter with your money? One thing, I know people say this all the time: live within your means. Like, if you see something you want to buy, can you really afford it? There's nothing wrong with wanting a new car.
Just because you can afford it don't mean
just because
you can get it don't mean you can afford it.
Exactly. Just because you think you can afford it now, can you afford it on a consistent basis? I mean, there are some people who have car notes that are, really low, couple $100s. There are some people whose car notes are in the 1500s. I know this. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I know this. And it's all, of course, it's all about, your income, what you're making and things like that. But you also, just because the numbers say you can't afford it, is that something that you really want to do? Especially because that's kind of a long-term investment. Unless you're paying all cash, that's a long-term investment.
Damn, cash.
If you, like, again, I understand wanting to have nice things. But if someone else is getting a new car, or all your other friends are getting new cars, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to get one too. Make sure it's right for you, because there's nothing like you trying to stunt on Facebook and on the gram with your new car, and then all of a sudden 6 months later you're not in it no more because I got repossessed.
But how am I gonna keep up with the Joneses when the Joneses get more than what I got?
Don't worry about the Joneses, because if the Joneses was looking at what you got and critiquing what you have, then you're gonna be mad and tell them to get out of your business. So, my thing is just kind of live within your means. I've always heard it's like this like rule of thumb: like, if you can't afford to buy it 3 times at that moment, then don't do it.
Damn, 3 though?
3 times. If you can't afford to buy it 3 times.
But 3's kind of excessive. I don't need 3.
But if you can buy it 3 times, then it really ain't nothing for you to buy it 1 time. And I was like, dang, so every time I pick up a bag of chips, I can afford to buy this 3 times. But thinking about it, I would just say, of course, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself. And, you work hard, you play hard.
Maybe I think that's where some people kind of get it twisted, right? Maybe it's the treat yourself versus living outside your means. Does that make sense?
No, yeah. And I get that. There may be a time where you want to go on a trip or something. So you decide, I'm going to treat myself and I'm going to go on a trip, or I'm going to treat myself and get this expensive bottle of liquor or whatever. That's fine. But make sure you can afford it and it's not messing up anything else that you have going on.
So you said don't go on a trip and not eat and come home till your lights been off.
I know people that have done that. I would not recommend it. But if you're trying to be smarter with your money, then you definitely want to have some things in place, or try to plan if you're going to do something like taking a trip to treat yourself. Now, it's different if you get a lump sum of money that comes in and you're like, right, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. But if you're barely making the check and you're like, I'm gonna take this whole check and I'm gonna go to Vegas. Okay,
let it ride, baby.
No, don't do that. So just kind of pay attention to what you're wanting to do versus what you actually can do.
Okay.
It takes actually taking a look at your finances. Sometimes You can, depending on your bank, they may break it down like how your expenses are spent, their apps and things like that.
You
And
wasted
when
$706 at Chick-fil-A.
at Chick-fil-A, and it's only been 2 weeks. Wait a damn minute. Sometimes you need to see the numbers like that. I used to hear people talk about that all the time, and I'm like, that ain't that bad. And then I did it. I was like, whoa.
That's kind of bad.
I've been to Sonic a lot. So, and when you start looking at that total amount of how much you're spending on fast food, and when you could just easily go to the grocery store, and I don't mean go to the grocery store and then put your groceries up and then Uber Eats. I mean actually eating the food that you buy. You can actually save a lot of money that way to do other stuff.
Save money?
Save, yeah. But we're gonna get into that later. Next, investing in yourself.
Okay.
So this could be looked at a few different ways. One, when I say investing in yourself, let's say you have a job where you work with your hands a lot.
Okay.
You want to make sure your hands are taken care of. You may need to go get a manicure every now and then, and it's not necessarily for vain purposes, but just to make sure your hands are good. Your feet, the same way. If you're a postal worker, or if you're someone who's in retail and you're always on your feet, you may need to go get a massage every now and then, or a pedicure, just to kind of treat your feet, because they're working harder than the rest of your body.
Now, I will say, I am a fan of the pedicure. I didn't think I would
You've
be.
been converted. A lot of men get pedicures.
I thought it would just be like real weird having somebody just rub and tug on my feet.
No,
like
don't say rub and tug. That's.
I mean,
I know what you mean,
right? But I just thought it would be weird, right? Especially having somebody else cut my toenails, because I feel like that's real. That's kind of intimate.
Is it?
To me, it's like I don't really need nobody like dying to mess with my feet.
Yeah, and I know a lot of guys think a pedicure just automatically means you're gonna have some pink.
Yeah, boy, got the clear gloss stuff all over the top of it.
You don't even have to get the clear gloss. You could just tell them, no, just do my feet. Fuck the paint or whatever.
Hey, but I will say, man, I kind of like it.
Yeah. So hey, guys, go out there and get a pedicure. I know guys that go by themselves. They don't have like a girlfriend they go with. They just go get pedicures.
Now, I don't think I can just go by myself though.
Oh, so you need me with you?
Yeah, I need. Okay. I'm gonna need a shield.
A shield?
Yeah.
You mean you and your boys ain't gonna go get pedicures?
Nah, ain't no way.
Y'all ain't gonna have a guy's day out and get pedicures and go get mimosas and shit?
There will never be a day where, I ain't gonna say never, but I know me and my boys would never be in a situation where we can be like, you know what, dog, let's go get some mani-pedis. We can watch the game.
I didn't say mani-pedis. Now that, okay.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna watch the game.
Okay, we're gonna watch the game. We're gonna get some pedicures, and then we're gonna go home. We're gonna get some brunch, and then we're gonna go home.
That'd be cute. That sounds like the perfect day. But anyways, so yeah, definitely invest in yourself. Take care of yourself. They may be luxuries to some, but they may be necessary for you to continue making the money that you're making. Also investing in yourself, classes. If you're wanting to open up a business, or if you're wanting to learn something new, or just increase your knowledge, or your get some certification under your belt, that can potentially help you get a raise or a better job making more money.
Now, I will agree with you with, investing in yourself and taking classes, right? Because I feel like a real important step a lot of people miss with almost anything. If there's anything that you absolutely, positively ever want to learn, it's usually pretty free to go learn it.
Yeah.
You just kind of got to have the want to, right?
Yeah. Even if you don't go to an actual like college or university, you can do I always say it wrong. Udemy, yeah. I always say Udemy. That's the country girl in me. But
shit, even half of that stuff is on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube University. You can do the Udemy classes. They always run sales on those. So I mean, you can learn pretty much anything nowadays, and it's 2020. You can learn whatever you want.
And most of it is less than a dub.
A dub? What's a dub?
I mean, the dub is the new dollar.
The dub is the new dollar. The $20 bill is the new dollar bill in 2020, because everything is at least $20.
Think how fast you probably spend a dub. I mean, real talk, you probably spend a dub without even thinking about it.
Shit, I feel like anytime we leave the house, it's gonna cost us at least $200, because we either out getting groceries or random stuff, getting gas, paying. It's at least $200 to leave the house nowadays.
I feel like you at least worth investing at least a dub in yourself.
At least a dub. Dub yourself. Dub you down.
Yeah.
Dub you down.
Spend a dub on yourself.
Speaking of spending money on people, so what do you do when you have people that always want to you want to help people out and
Yeah.
lend your friend some money, or you know
Family over
you
everything,
could
right?
don't. Um, a wise man once said, "Don't loan anybody something that you need right back." I have taken that and run with it. It's okay to want to help people.
Okay.
And it's okay if you have a close loved one, family member, or whatever that needs some assistance because something unexpected came up. A lot of times it's something that's not unexpected. They just failed in their own responsibilities to take care of what they need to take care of. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to help them. My thing is, if it's going to cause you to have to adjust what you have already planned for yourself to
Right.
help someone else out, then it's probably not a good idea. I mean, there are certain circumstances where it could be, God forbid, a funeral situation. But for the most part, if it's gonna cause you to not have to do something that you wanted to do because planned it out, mapped it out, came into the money, whatever the case may be, because someone else needs help,
Right.
do not feel bad by telling them no. I actually had someone, I'm not gonna call any names, but
Please don't call
I
me.
actually had someone ask me, "Hey, I know you're going on a trip in a couple weeks. Can I borrow like $500 of your trip money? Because I know you save, and then I'll give it back to you the day before you leave." Excuse
Damn.
me?
The day before you leave?
So what if you didn't come through because, no offense, but you're already in a bind? So what if you can't come through to come up with this $500 to give back to me? Now I'm $500 down from my trip, and now I can't go eat at Nobu because you done fucked off my Nobu money. As much as you people want to help, and it may be on your heart to help, don't feel bad if you can't.
But you also have to be real with yourself.
You do.
You have to be real with yourself and understand, like, is this person really good for it?
Exactly. And
I mean, as much as they probably really need it, but are they really good for it? Like, not give money that you need right back, but also be thinking of money that you may not ever need back.
exactly. So if you do decide to lend someone some money, I almost don't expect to get it back. Now, if you're telling me I'm going to give it back to you, I expect you to give it back. But I'm not going to put myself in a bind if you don't. Does that make
Right.
sense? Our next line item is take care of home first.
Right.
Definitely make sure home is taken care of. Make sure your bills, your obligations, even your fun stuff, whatever you plan for that month or that week or whatever. Take care of home first before you try to take care of someone else's. Because I don't know about y'all, but I can't take care of multiple households. I'm selfish and I work hard for what I have and what I get, and I'm not supposed to just give that out all willy nilly.
I'm gonna tell you a real funny story about that first.
Mm-hmm.
Because what made me think of that and take her home first is because at one point in time I was at this church, and the people at the church told everybody in the congregation to take out all the money they had in their pocket
What?
and bring it to the altar and throw it up at the front of the pastor's feet. Don't worry about your bills. Don't
What?
worry about life, because God's gonna bless you. And then the person I was with, I looked at them because they was reaching in their pocket, and I was like, "Wait a minute, dog, we gotta pay rent
Like,
tomorrow."
hold on.
Like, and I don't want to doubt nobody's religion, but I also wanted to say, so if we get kicked out in about 15 days, if we gonna get to sleep on the pastor's couch, like, I need to know these
Right.
things before I go throw my money. Like, I believe in
Right.
Jesus, but I need to know if I need to be ready to pack my shit up.
Like, who do I come to when I get this notice on my door?
So I'm saying, take care of your home first.
Please take care of home.
I know Pastor want his tithes. I know the church lights need to be on, but you need to make sure that your lights stay on too.
I mean, because it doesn't make sense. My thing is, if you don't give to whoever is needing it, what's gonna happen? Like realistically, what's gonna happen?
They're just gonna ask somebody else.
They're literally gonna go to the next person. They're gonna figure it out. And if they don't figure it out, they'll figure it out.
That's on them because it's their life. They should have been to figure this shit out.
And if they stop talking to you or feel some kind of way because you can't help them out, then that actually tells you a lot more. And you probably needed to have that situation happen with them to know where they stand with you. I don't care if I called and asked somebody for a couple $100s because I needed it and they couldn't give it to me. I would not stop talking to them.
Yeah, you wouldn't feel some kind of way.
Even if I knew for a fact they had it,
right?
Which you really never 100% know because you don't know what other people have going on.
Because you be, yeah.
But if they said no, I'm not gonna feel some kind of way because they're not responsible for me. And it's funny because the same people who always want to ask for money don't want anyone to tell them what to do with theirs.
Look, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings when I say this.
Oh Lord, that means you're gonna hurt a whole lot of feelings.
I can't take money advice from anybody that pays 6 or more payday loans. I'm just saying, if you done got wrapped up in that market of payday loans,
You mean Atlas and World Finance
look, I'm just saying,
and
I've
Capital
been caught up in
Finance?
that dirty business myself. You know, I done got a couple of them. I ain't gonna lie, I put myself out there.
Oh my good. You know what?
But if you still paying them, you been paying these same people for 6, 7 years,
You
nigga. You know how
and you
much
ain't
money
got your
you done.
name on a brick on the wall?
Yeah, you know
Like,
how much money you done gave them.
did you get a T-shirt? My thing is this is my view with payday loans. I don't think payday loans are necessarily terrible. You have to know the game. Most payday loans, if you once you take it out, you have like 3 days, like 3 business days
Yeah, about
from
3, 4 days.
signing the loan to cancel it and or just pay them. Let's say you borrow $500 from a payday loan
Right.
on a Monday. By Wednesday, possibly Thursday, if you go ahead and give them all that money back, that $500 they gave you, it'll cancel out the whole contract and you don't pay any interest.
Cause that interest, boy, and when
The
you be like,
interest is where they kill you.
the interest is when you play the bare minimum.
Yes, but that goes into the whole principal balance interest and all that, and that simple interest, and that is a conversation for a whole other episode, probably a whole other show. Um, but yeah, so you kind of have to know the game when it comes to stuff like that because it is only beneficial for you if it is truly a short term temporary relief. If you know, again, the same people that are asking you for money, why can't you just go get a payday loan if you're going to pay it right back? Think about it. If you're going to pay it right back, why can't you just go get a payday loan? Because they're using the money they're getting from you to pay their payday
I'm like,
loan.
how they gonna get a payday loan when they already got one out?
Exactly. Then you go to the next place. But yeah, so just
You got any payday loans out right now? Sure don't.
nope, ain't gonna do it. I'll pay you the minimum
Didn't I
amount.
just see you walk out across the street? You sure didn't. That wasn't me.
But yeah, so just take her home. Don't watch what everyone else is doing with their money. My thing is, if I see my friends and they're balling out or whatever, I'm like, girl, go get what you want. Go get those bundles. Go on that trip. Congratulations. Because at the end of the day, whatever bills they got to deal with after they do all that splurging, that is on them, not on me. And I hate it when people say, oh, well, she got her taxes and she didn't even do this. First of all, that is her goddamn money.
She got a tax and she didn't even give me none.
Oh my God. People who feel like they are obligated to something that you get, that shit pisses me off. I don't care who you are.
Pocket watchers.
It's like they feel like they should get their own ties from what you get.
Yeah.
They feel like they should get individual ties.
I get
No, the fuck you
10% of
don't.
all
No,
the
the
money
fuck
you
you
ever
don't.
get.
You are not my manager. It's different if you were actually my manager
All the
and you
Minnesota
helped me
wolf.
get this money. You had no part in this. You ain't put in on this, man. That's how I feel. Don't do that. Don't stake claim on something that I've earned. I don't care if I won the lottery. You get what I give you.
So let me ask you something. So does that also include like the saying, when people be like, "Yo, I'm keeping up with the Joneses," or them niggas trying to keep up with the Joneses? Is that the same thing as like pocket watching? Because if you're keeping up with the Joneses,
It kind of is. It kind of is because you're sitting there paying attention to every move that they make. My thing is, I pay attention to what moves certain people make, and it's not necessarily pocket watching, but I kind of use it as inspiration instead of being what's the proper way of saying it? Not jealous, like kind of envious, but not jealous.
right?
You
Or
know what I
kind of
mean?
using it as
There-
motivation.
Yes, you turn that into motivation and be like, man, I'm trying to get to that level.
I can't stand them niggas because they got that shit.
But then also,
But I want it.
what a lot, I want to give it to me now. I want all of it. But another thing is, don't assume that what someone else is doing or what the masses or everyone else has going on is something that you need to be doing as well. Don't, just because everyone's buying a house, everyone feels that, oh, once you get to a certain age, you need to start buying a house. You're wasting your money on rent, blah, 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 blah. I feel differently about that. Because think about it. A single woman in her 30s, she buys a house. That's great. That's completely great. Then you have people saying, why she got out of that house? It's just her by herself. But then if she's renting an apartment for like 20 years, you might as well just buy a house because you didn't already bought this place like 20, 30 times. What the fuck difference does it make? My thing is, me, using myself as an example, I don't have any children right now. It's just me and you. I mean, yes, you have your children, but they're older,
Right.
and they don't live with us. It doesn't benefit us to have some 4,000 square foot house. We don't have to worry about selling a house and going through all that. Yes, that's fine for some people, but if that's not what you want to do, then that's not what you want to do.
And I
And that's
think,
okay.
and I think also setting realistic expectations of yourself. I don't think you should be looking at people expecting like, okay, I know I'm smarter than James over there, and James is over there working at the light company and making $100,000 a year. I know I should be making 150.
Or comparing what you're making versus what someone else is making because they're only able to do that because they have two income. She's only able to do that because she don't have no kids. Excuse the fuck out of me. I have a lot of friends that have kids and they are still living better lives than me half the time. So, yeah, don't
But
pay.
also don't compare your life to someone else's.
You literally can't. You can't compare your life to someone else. You can't compare your relationship to someone else's because you never know what's going on. That's why you have all those shows, Evil in the House
Evil's in
and
the house.
killer couples and shit like that. And you never know what someone's going through. You never know if the person who's spending all this money, if it's even legal and legit money.
People will only project what they really want you to see.
Exactly. You're not gonna see, we're on this trip in Bali, but we've been eating noodles and sleeping on a mattress on the floor at the house. You don't see all of that. You know what I mean? People only want to share what they want compliments on.
Right.
People want that positive attention and they want people to talk about them and be, feel like they're important and feel like they're somebody. So they're never gonna talk about the bad side. But at the same time, I feel like real G's moving silent. So pay attention, sweep around your own front door.
Right.
Don't try to sweep around. So, one question that I hear all the time, or discussions that are had all the time, is how can you save more money? So, I just want to ask you, since you mentioned that you're bad with money, do you
Yeah.
feel that you've gotten better? Do you have anything that a person who has openly declared that you're bad with money, some things that you've done to be able to save?
I think the one thing that I started doing that kind of helped me save is having money allocated from work to a separate account, like take $50.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know or think about that money being gone or missing out of my check or me having to move it to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's automatically gone. And then I just keep that account for myself. That makes sense?
No, yeah, definitely. Because I do something similar too. Where I have like another account. I have multiple bank accounts. So again, my check and money that I get, certain amounts, percentages are allocated to different accounts. One could, and this is something that you can practice. Anybody can open up a savings account. I
Yeah.
mean, checking accounts. Some of y'all it gets a little dicey. Those payday loans they fuck you up. But
Get your
anybody can
rush
get a
card
savings
ready.
account. So nobody does rush cards anymore.
Russell Simmons still got him,
No,
though.
he don't.
Hey, did he do the rush card?
Yes.
Yeah, he still got some. I think he was.
Anyways, but no, having different accounts, like just like he said, even if it's a small amount, $50, $20, $10, and in an account where you don't touch it, savings accounts are good because most of them you don't get debit cards attached to them. So
Right.
you have to physically go to the bank, and who wants to do that to withdraw money? So that's a way to save. Also, again, watching, all the eating out versus eating at home,
Yeah,
buying
man.
groceries.
That's a big
That
difference.
when I tell you that is a big money saver right there. And again, you can go on Pinterest, you can go on YouTube, you can learn how to make some pretty nice stuff.
Man, look at your
Some
Uber
pretty
Eats.
nice
If you
meals.
if you frequent Uber Eats, look
Ooh.
at how much you probably spend a month
I
on
will
that.
say shout out to Uber Eats. Fuck y'all. Because when you add fees and taxes and expedited fees
Don't
because you
forget
don't
the
want to wait
tip.
all night, and then because you got to tip. I mean, it'd be rude of you not to tip. You done paid
Man, don't you want to
$78
donate
for
to the restaurant?
$78 for a four for four. How does that happen?
Don't you want?
DoorDash, all of them like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely try eating at home or at least limiting how much you go out to eat or how often. That's something that you can do.
Treat yourself, but don't overindulge
Yes,
yourself.
you can treat yourself. I'm not saying that you have to just eat noodles and Vienna sausages
And
and
potted meat.
potted meat and drink water. I mean, you can you can treat yourself. But again, make sure you're not putting yourself in a bind by doing so. Um other savings tips that I have is, it's the end of the year, so people want to get ready for the beginning of the year, New
Yeah.
Year's resolutions.
And you gotta
Everybody's
get the
trying to
badass kids their Christmas shit.
you got to get these babies they what are they like now?
Gotta get the PS5. Gotta get him the PS5.
PS5s
Yeah.
and Hatchimals and LOL dolls and what do kids play with jacks? I don't know. so
Gotta get the bicycles.
so yeah, there's always a lot
Fidget
of
spinners.
saving. There's always a lot of savings challenges that are going on, where it's like you save a penny a day, $1 a day, or 26-week challenge where it's like set amounts every week or every 2 weeks that you put away for your paycheck. So those are definitely some things
And
that
then
you
what's
can search for.
what's the one where you give money and everybody give money in a pot and then y'all share it with one person and then everybody
Those
put it.
susus or whatever.
Yeah, make sure you
Everybody
do them.
donate $100. These 10 people donate $100, and then that $1,000 we're gonna pick one person out of the 10 to get that $1,000. My thing, and then we start all over again, and then everybody give another $100, and then we'll pick the next person. First of all, if I'm the first person that got their money, I'm out. No, I wouldn't do that. But
Everybody
how do you
send
know
me
that they won't?
$100 and I will get you in the susus.
Right, or whatever. They're called different things, but no,
The neti pots.
I am not advertising that. I'm not advocating that. No. Anybody that tell you, hey, give me $100 and I'll flip it to 1,000. Flip, not invest. I'm gonna flip it.
Yeah, like a house.
No, flipping a house is different. No. There's the envelope method.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you how the envelope.
There's a few different envelope methods. You can have a set of envelopes, number them 1 to 100, and then shuffle them up, and then every week or whenever you get some extra money or whatever, you blindly go in there and pick up an envelope, whatever number's on the envelope. That's how much you put in there, and depending on what numbers you put on the envelopes, it'll give you some grand total throughout the year.
Cents.
So you can do it at your own pace versus every week. It's however you want to do it.
Do like 38 cents, 12 cents, $1.14.
What? No.
So I can save
Why
it for
are
a
you doing
four.
cents?
So I can save it for a 4 for 4.
If you have to save up for a 4 for 4, you really need to reevaluate your entire existence. I'm sorry, you need to reevaluate your entire existence. If you
Treat
have
myself.
to save for a 4 for 4, you may as well be on Harry Hines with your bucket, selling or asking whatever it is you do.
Oh boy, I thought that was going to go somewhere else.
It was, but I reined it in.
I appreciate that.
But anyway, so yeah, there are a few different things that you can do to try to save some money, but a lot of it does start with paying attention to what you're currently doing now and reviewing your budget. So that's one way to start. You have anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
All right. So next, we're going to go into our letter that is also money themed. Again, if you have any questions, situations, comments, concerns, please email us at jandheda@gmail.com. This question we got from Cowboy. Cowboy asks us, when is a good time to discuss finances with someone you're dating? Does it even matter if you're not living with each other?
I think it matters. I mean, to a degree, right?
Okay.
Like, for me personally, I just need to know you can take care of your bills. Like,
okay, that's fair. That is fair.
Like, outside of that, I don't really.
How would you?
I don't really care what you make. I don't care what you got in your account. As long as you're able to take care of yourself, I think I'm pretty good.
But how would you measure? Oh, she can take care of her bills.
Like, if you don't come to me with like, I need $40 to keep my lights on, like every 2 weeks, then
every 2 weeks. They have to cut my lights off again, Jesus. But wait, we just had this conversation on the 7th. It is the 21st.
Yeah, but that $40 they only extended it out like 2 weeks because I thought I was going to get it.
And then you came over and you left the TV on all night. So I gotta pay to watch TV in this bitch. So it doesn't matter how much they're making. Pretty much they're kind of living within their means to make it to where they're not dependent on you. That's fair. That is fair. I know some women who are like, I want to know what he make. I want to know this and this and that. But I don't want him to know what I make. That's my money. That's my check. Bitch, that don't even make no sense. That don't make no sense at all.
But to answer the second part, I think it don't really matter if you're not living together. I think it don't really matter too much.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Now, I feel like if the relationship is getting a little serious and you're at least talking about moving in, then definitely, because unless one person is saying, I'm going to pay for the rent, you just take care of your individual bills. you still need to kind of know what you're dealing with, save or do whatever.
Because I kind of put myself out there a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Like I've been saying, I'm kind of bad with money, so I'm the type of person of just tell me what you need from me.
Just give me the number,
just give me a number,
and I'll let you know if I can meet or if I'm not going.
And I'll make it shake.
But I think that's, you may not be I'm not saying I'm the best with money, but out of the two, I'm the stronger one when it comes to that. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with one person being weaker with money and the other one, being stronger, because again, when you have that finance conversation, you can kind of already establish that, and then the stronger one can be like, okay, well, if we want to live here, if we want to do this, this is what your contribution is going to have to be.
Right.
But a lot of people don't like talking about money, whether they're good at it or not. They don't like talking about it. And I'm sorry, the older we get, and I mean, I've told you this before,
right,
the older we get, you're gonna kind of you can't really avoid it.
Right. So I guess we're basically saying, taking a long way to say, the best time to have that discussion with somebody is if you know absolutely that y'all about to get serious and y'all for to do this thing for the long term.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but the conversation definitely needs to be had, especially if you're going to be sharing a living space. What if you live together for a while and then you want to get married? What if you're like, well, dang, she don't even make that money. We can't even afford a wedding. Those are things that you have to kind of have those discussions. $12 a year? Where are you meeting these girls?
Back page.
You know what? Anyways, so yes, cowboy, that's our little piece of advice.
Yeah, cowboy.
Hopefully that helps. Next up, we have our Black Business of the Week.
Talk to me.
Our Black Business of the Week goes out to Royalty Designs. They are a graphic design logo company. They, help you create ads with photos, get the cute little Facebook ads popping. They also provide website management, and they do a lot. So shout out to Anthony and Ashley. They are a couple. This is their company that they have. They're doing some really great things. And when I tell you some of the ads that I've seen from Royalty Designs, they definitely catch my eye.
Oh, so that's like the ones that you show them with the cartoon heads and stuff.
Yes. So definitely check them out. You can find them at www.royaltydesigns.com. Royalty is spelled ROIELTE Designs. Also, they are on Facebook and the social media platforms as well.
So I can have them make me look like a black Mr. Clean.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they will do that for you for a fee.
Hell yeah.
So yes.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Anyways, do you have any parting words for us to say for the people in the back?
I just wanted to say, for my parting words, is that I want to get a cartoon with me like a black Mr. Clean with a grill. Hey, yo, boy, that be clean in the bitch.
Why would you want to do that to yourself?
I think that'd be clean. You got any parting words? You got any petty words of wisdom?
I don't have any. Yes, I do. I will just say, to keep in with the theme of money.
Talk to me.
Scared money don't make no money.
I mean,
so if you want to, get your business popping, get some things in order, start stunning and shitting on these niggas, you're going to have to start investing some money. It literally does. It takes money to make money.
They thought I wouldn't be shit, but they're wrong.
You right. You is somebody, baby. You is the hater.
That's right.
So, yeah, that's all I have. Scared money don't make no money. So, if you definitely want to try something new, do an adventure, learn something,
take a damn class,
invest in yourself.
Yeah.
So that's all I have. Yeah. But as always, we appreciate everyone that listens to our raggedy asses every week.
Yeah, for sure.
We appreciate all the listens, all the shares, all the likes, all the comments. You guys are awesome.